Steve, go ahead, CJ.
Hey, Steve, kind of circling back to Kendra's note on aggression, what does an aggressive Andrew Wiggins do for you guys offensively?
Yeah, this was the best game Wiggs has played since he's been back, over, I guess, three weeks or so now. The way he attacked, the way he got to the rim, that adds another dimension to our attack. I thought the last couple games in LA, we didn't get to the line a ton. We settled for a lot of stuff, and I thought Wiggs did a good job of really being aggressive.
Steve, back here. STEPH has 22 assists the last 2 games. Obviously hasn't shot well from 3 by his standards. But how essential has that been, his sort of playmaking, and how much is that a function of the way the Lakers are defending you guys?
Yeah, it's a little of both. I mean, I think Steph at this point in his career, he really feels, what needs to happen during a game, what's required of him. And you saw it in Game 7 against Sacramento, where he knew he had to score, took 38 shots. In this series, the Lakers' defense is really good. They're great at the rim. We got to get the ball moving. We got to move their defense around, and Steph understands that. And I don't know what his assist to turnover ratio is in this series, but it's pretty impressive.
Hey, Coach. Klay Thompson had 10 points tonight, 3 of 12 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, but he's plus 16 on tonight. So can you kind of just tell me your perspective on how Klay played tonight? Do you think it was a really good Klay performance, or do you think you need more for Game 6?
No, I mean, it's the thing with Klay is he's an incredible two-way basketball player, and that's what wins in the playoffs. Shooting comes and goes, even for the best. But if you can defend, which Klay obviously can do, then you can help a team win a playoff game, and in Klay's case, a lot of playoff games. And so the great thing is we know Klay's due for a good shooting night, but whether it comes or not, we know his defense is going to impact the game, as you said, plus 16 in 37 minutes. So he's doing a great job out there.
Go ahead. Just speaking of what guys need to hear, what did Jordan Poole need to hear after the last game and sort of how he came back in this one?
I think Jordan, I'm not sure what he needed to hear. I think what Jordan knows is that our guys support him. Our guys love him. Coaches, teammates. He's a great young guy. Everybody loves being around him. He's had a lot of success, and this year has been up and down. And so his teammates just want him to know that they're there for him, and that's what it's about. I thought he was much more aggressive and under control tonight. No turnovers. He really looked to score and get his shot going. He looked a lot more like himself tonight, and I think all the guys are happy to see that, because we know he's capable of so much.
I think number one, we have a coach who's one of the greatest winners in NBA history, and you lean on him in situations like this. His calmness, everyone feels that. And then it starts up top, right? Steph's calmness, and it goes on down the line. And I think for us, anytime it's kind of going astray, you just always lean back on what you know that works, on your foundation. And for us, it's just getting back to the basics, but most importantly, competing at the highest level that we can compete at. And, we trust and believe in ourselves. And as far as, win one, we did that. Now, going back home, they're going to give us the best shot they've given all series. And, when you go home, role players play better, everyone plays better at home. So it's going to be us to go in kind of with the same mindset that we went into Game 4 with. But when we get the opportunity again that we had in Game 4, close the deal. We didn't close well at all in Game 4. And, it's on us to go and take the game. They're not going to give it to us. They're going to come out and play aggressive. They have great leaders over there and incredible winners. Their coach is a champion. Bron's a champion. AD's a champion. They're not going to just fold, but it's going to be on us to go in there and take it.
During this postseason, you have been a lot more aggressive in the last series and going into this series, trying to look for your shot. What have you seen in this postseason that suggests that you need to be more aggressive and shoot more?
Just how teams are keying on Steph and Clay. They're really doing all that they can, selling out to those guys and trying to take them out of the game. And, we get paid a lot of money to do this, so you can't just sit back and watch them like, oh, man, they're taking them out, and just sit back and watch. You got to do something about it. And so for me, I know it's on me to have that same aggression. And Andrew Wiggins as well. Wiggs was aggressive as hell tonight. And, when they're guard.
What's that been like for you?
You're never out of rotation with Steve. I know they have different game plans and different adjustments, when needed after a game. Next game's always a different game and, a different look. So it's just our job to stay ready. And, when he throws me in, got to get to it. Like you said, I'm just doing my job. When he says I got to start, I just got to do it earlier than later. So, just come out and be myself and, get to it. There's really no change or nothing. It's just I'm coming in earlier than usual.
Hey, Gary, Draymond, he picked up a foul 20 seconds into the game, but he was still chirping with AD. He was still super into it, intense. Does that just kind of spark you guys when you see him out there just kind of, doing his thing?
It's Draymond being Draymond. As long as it don't get crazy, we all got his back and let him talk. Try to keep the refs out of it and, let him do what he does.
Draymond talked about you guys being aggressive on both ends of the floor, and for guys like you and Draymond and Wiggs who are guarding LeBron, D'Lo, the guys you wouldn't really stop. Can you try to put into words how much energy it takes to be able to do that on defense and then also do what you have to do on offense?
Yeah, it probably takes quite a bit out of us, but with the adrenaline and we know what type of game this is, you got to go. So limit their touches, and then once we get it, magically we find energy on the other end. So we get it, we sprint down there and try to make them work and come down and communicate and talk to each other and try to make us a unit on the defensive end. So we don't gotta, like you said, use so much energy. We can talk to each other and have each other's back.
You had to win it other ways, and you feel good about that because you imagine the shooting is going to come at some point?
Yeah, our defensive mindfulness was there. Obviously, Draymond was extremely aggressive from the jump. Wiggs played amazing. GP, plus 25. Like, you get contributions from everybody, and, shots that you feel like you can make. And the reason you take them, a lot of confidence in them. You hope that they'll start to fall, but the fact that we can control a game from the jump the way we did, handle their run the way we did, and then close out our fourth quarter strong was exactly how, we expect to play. And just a matter, can we take it on the road and win a must-win game on Friday.
Stephen, you get so many other contributions. Does it feel like a lighter load for you than, say, a game 4 where you putting up 30 shots and running out?
Still got up 24, so it's just a matter of picking and choosing your spots. It's not really a lighter load because you're mentally still thinking the game and trying to counter all their defensive adjustments and what they're trying to do, and we're running more pick and roll, but